Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica and I make videos trying to fall back in love with my own makeup collection so I stop spending money. So in today's video, as I just said, I'm gonna stop spending money. I purchased a collection from Unearthly Cosmetics because I really love that brand and I love everything that they come out with. And after doing a big declutter of makeup, I sold a lot of old palettes that I had. And so I was really excited to try out something new. So this is the look that we created. I am in love with it. So if you want to see how I got this look and my thoughts on all of the products, stick with me and follow along. All right, we are going to start out with the Gothic Romance palette. Totally off topic, but it is very hard for me to read these letters. Nothing to do with the font. I mean, yes, it has to do with the font, but like not a dig at them using this font. My brain takes a second to process like what I'm looking at. So we are going to go into the Gothic Romance palette. I'm really thinking that these pinks, that feels like the move today. So I think we're gonna go in with that entire row of pinks today. I wanna start out blending. I think I'm gonna blend this mid-tone shade. And I just wanna blend that one all over my crease. So let's start there. I'm just doing my classic eye shape today, same kind of eyeshadow shape that I always do, just because I really want to try out these colors. And this is a new palette from Unearthly, so I'm excited just to kind of play with it a bit. How has everybody's week been? I feel like this week is going by super quickly and I don't really know why. That first shade, that one is in Tainted Love. It's that mid-tone pink. That is so pretty. I'm going to take a little bit of the lighter pink and I'm just going to use that to blend out the crease. That one is in Blushing Apparition. Whoa, that like glare from the light is like, I can't see it. Blushing Apparition is what it says. That one's nice. It really is just like a soft pink. And I think it looks great on the inner corner. Going in with a little bit more of that mid-tone pink in Tainted Love and just building that one back up. I'm going to take a smaller blending brush. This one is from Blend Bunny. I'm going to go in with that deeper, it's kind of like a burgundy berry. I'm going to go in with that one next on the outer corner. That one is in Blood Oath. These names are so cute. Blood Oath is so cute. I just love when a palette has a theme. I don't know why. That's like my thing. I love a themed palette. What is up, mister? The kitten has come to join us. What's up? These shadows are blending in together so nicely. I love it. I'm gonna take that same brush and I'm just gonna go into the deepest shade. And we're just gonna pack it really close to that outer corner. That one is in Crimson Devotion. It is so hard to read. Those like shiny gold letters with the bright lights on. Ooh, that one is pretty. Like I said, I'm just packing that one closest, pretty much just tapping it on to that very outer corner. I'm gonna go back in with my other blending brush and just blend it into that pink a little bit more. All right, those are all of the mattes, and I love those shades together. Those are so pretty. The last shade is the shimmer. It's like a, is it just like a pure white? It kind of looks like a pure white. I don't know, I think it might look different when we apply it, but that one is in Ethereal Light. I'm gonna start tapping it on the middle of the lid towards the inner corner. I might want to go in with a second shimmer towards the outer corner. Ooh, that. Shut up. That is so pretty. So definitely like a white silvery sparkle, but it has like gold and pink. I'm in love. Okay, I thought I was gonna go in with another shimmer, but I am in love with this one. So I think we'll just stop here. I'm gonna continue patting this, just kind of patting between the center of the lid where we had like a blank lid, and then where our matte started. Just kind of tapping there to blend it out a bit. Is that not the prettiest look? And it's so crazy because like the palette is Gothic Romance, but this is like so unexpected. I don't know why. I wasn't thinking to like get this kind of look from this palette, but it is so pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the other eye, and then we will move on to our base. All right, that is eyeshadow done on both eyes. We're gonna finish up the lower lash line, inner corner, and everything after we do our base, but I do want to use a little bit of liner, and I have this one. This is from Makeup Revolution. This is the Graphic Artist palette. It was from like their DC line. And I had it, and then I never got to use it because I lost it at one point and I couldn't find it anymore. So now that I have it and I've like gone through my collection, I actually like know where it's at. I want to use it because I'd never used it. So I think, what do I want to do? I kind of want to use the white. Already, I'm not so sure about this, so I went in and just like tapped into some water, and I'm trying to activate it, and it's just staying kind of runny. Like it's not really creating a nice gel. It's looking very thin and not really opaque. But worst comes to worst, I do have my Glisten eyeliner, so we can always go in with that. I think I'm just gonna do a touch of liner, starting on the inner portion, going halfway to my crease, and maybe a couple dots out here. Let's try that. All right, that's the liner. I don't know, I don't love it. Like, and I've done this eyeliner shape before. It's just taking a lot of effort to get it to show up, and then what is showing up isn't super impressive. I'm gonna keep trying to mess with this a little bit, see if I can get this to look a little bit nicer. Okay, not loving the eyeliner. It's just gonna have to work. I would much rather, and I have it sitting right in front of me, I would much rather go in with my Glisten eyeliners. Like, these are so much better. That Makeup Revolution one is probably going to find its way out of my collection because it just doesn't compare to the Glisten ones. Those are much easier to work with, better pigmented, and these ones from Makeup Revolution are just not great. Didn't love them. It works for now. Let's go ahead and move on. For primer, I'm going to use this Essence primer. I've used quite a bit of it. I've gone through like half the bottle. This is the Hello Good Stuff Glow Serum Primer. I have a wedding to go to this weekend, and so I'm trying out a new base combination today. I haven't used this combination of primer, foundation, concealer, powder, but I love all of these products individually, so I'm wondering how they would work together. Maybe be my combination for this wedding that I'm going to attend. Right, that is the primer on. I love this one because it's a little bit tacky. It smells like watermelon. It smells so good, and it just leaves my skin feeling really hydrated. So I'm a huge fan of that one. Way better in my opinion than the e.l.f. Power Grip. I really like the Essence one more. For foundation, I'm going in with my NARS Sheer Glow. I have mine in the shade Medium 3, and I'm just taking one pump. And I'm just gonna spread this around my face, focusing mostly in the center of my face since that's where the majority of my redness is. And I'm just using this AOA sponge. I'm gonna start blending that out, not taking it super under my eyes, just kind of keeping it on the cheeks and down. I can't remember if I used this foundation or the light reflecting foundation in a previous video, but once again, I feel like the shade, whichever NARS, it was one of the NARS ones, and I still feel like the shade is just a little bit too dark. But then when I watched the video back, when I was editing, it looked perfect on camera, of course. But in person, I just feel like it's pulling a little bit too yellow. I used to think that I had a yellow undertone, and I would get everything yellow. And more recently, since I've been using like the Misha BB cream and the Salt New York like Sneaky Balm, I'm thinking I have more of a neutral undertone. All right, that is the NARS Sheer Glow. As always, the finish is perfect. I love the formula of NARS foundations. I just think I have the wrong shade because I have M3 in both formulations, the light reflecting and in the Sheer Glow. And I feel like they're both just a touch too dark. Not even too dark, maybe just like too yellow, like it's the wrong undertone. But I think we can fix it a bit with our concealer and powder. So the concealer that I'm using is the Milani Conceal and Perfect. Oh my gosh, I have eyeliner everywhere. Okay, I've been watching Robert Welsh because he's perfect. He's such a talented makeup artist, and he is changing the way that I'm doing my concealer. So I'm just gonna put it a little bit, not fully under my eye bags, and just a little bit on the outer corner. And apparently this is enough to cover all of the deep, dark, hidden secrets that my eye bags are holding. So I put it down a little bit lower because then I'm gonna blend upwards into my creases. Yes, okay, let's try it. Okay, what do we think? I think it looks good. Less concealer than I think I would normally use. I think the concealer looks really good. And this is a full coverage, like matte concealer. And I think it looks really nice. Okay, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. I don't really think I'm gonna put concealer anywhere else. We're just gonna go ahead and go in with powder. Today I'm using the Fenty Beauty, oh, that is so reflective. I'm using the Fenty Beauty powder and I have mine in the shade Butter. I thought I lost my powder puff for a second. I couldn't find it. It was hidden behind a bottle of setting spray. Okay, I'm just using this powder puff. I'm dipping into the powder. Oh, this is why we're tapping it off. Tapping it off onto my hand. And then I'm gonna start just going around the edges of my face. So like around my jawline. And the reason I do this is a couple of things. One, because I think this foundation is a little bit too dark, so I'm trying to lighten up where it's meeting with my neck. But two, I have major sensory issues with makeup. If I can feel the tackiness on my skin, it bothers me to no end all day long. I can't do it. I cannot feel the tackiness. So I love like self-setting foundations. And the NARS one does a pretty good job. It does stay just a little bit tacky. And I don't do this to my whole face. It's really just around like my jawline. Like if I like reach up to like brush my hair out of the way and I can feel that it's like not fully set, drives me nuts. I'm gonna take a little bit more powder and apply it right in my T-zone. And then I'm going in with a little bit just on a fluffy brush, and I'm gonna use that on my under eye. I don't love using a powder puff to press powder into my under eye because I feel like I just don't need that much in that area, and then it looks like a little bit textured. And I'm just taking that same brush and just dusting around my face, everywhere else that I put powder, just to make sure it's all blended out. All right, what do we think? I think the color matches a little bit better now. I think I'm gonna go in with a touch more powder. Oh, I forgot how perfumed that powder is. Whew. That'll make your allergies go crazy. I'm probably gonna start sneezing in a second. Okay, I think my skin looks really smooth. I think the color matches a little bit better. Still powder everywhere. I much prefer pressed powders over loose powders, but I do love the way that the Fenty powder makes my skin look. So sacrifices. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of bronzer. I have the Pat McGrath bronzer in Bronze Dawn, and I'm just taking that on a fluffy brush. This one is from Glamlight. I'm just gonna put this on my cheeks and then just around my forehead. Really more so just around my temples. I'm sitting here on a stool and my foot is falling asleep. All right, now we're going to go into the Gothic Romance Incandescent Blush Palette. Oh, those are so pretty. I love these. I think, oh my gosh, let's see. I did the pink eye. So I kind of want to go in with this pink blush in Faint Memory, but then a little bit of like this burgundy wine in Blood Oath. Those are the same shade, which makes sense because they're the same name, but they are the same shade. So I think that's a good idea. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Faint Memory, and I just have my Sigma and Samantha Ravndahl tapered contour brush. And I'm just gonna take Faint Memory all over the cheeks. So from the center of my face, going all the way up. There's definitely like a sheen to it, not glittery or shimmery, I wouldn't say, but there is like a sheen that just gives a glow to the skin, which is so pretty. I haven't tried a blush from Unearthly that I liked, because the only other one that I tried was from like their Valentine's Day mystery box, and they were very glowy, and I just don't really use glowy blushes. But these are really pretty. Okay, we have Faint Memory kind of all over. I'm gonna use that same brush, and I'm gonna go in with Blood Oath. And I'm gonna start in the middle and go upward, and then take it forward. That is so pretty. Okay, this is one of the most beautiful blush palettes I've ever used. I've been in love with forever, like since they launched, I've been in love with the Blend Bunny blush palettes, and those were discontinued because then they came out with like a large blush palette. I haven't tried that one, but I was in love with those ones, which is weird because I never really liked matte blushes. These are like the best of both worlds. Like it has a little bit of a sheen to it, so it's not like a flat matte. nicely pigmented. I love that. That is so beautiful. I'm gonna top that with a little bit of highlight. I have my Rare Beauty highlight in Exhilarate, right? Yes, Exhilarate. And I'm just using another Sigma. Nope, this is not a Sigma. This is a Lunar Beauty brush. My toxic trait is I never stop loving highlight. People have fallen out of love with highlight. They're not really using it. Couldn't be me. And I love a high shine highlight. I love a glittery highlight. All the highlights. I want all of them. Yes. Exhilarate is a stunning shade. Oh my gosh, I could look at that all day. So pretty. Okay. Alright, those are the eyes done. I just used the same shadows that I used on the lid, down on my lower lash line. Put a little bit of that shimmer on my inner corner. I used Amethyst Hour from ColourPop as my waterline liner. What else? Oh, I used the Lash Paradise for my mascara, and I think that is it. So now I'm so excited for these. See, I feel like a lot of people, when they think about Unearthly, they think of their eyeshadows. For good reason. Their eyeshadows are amazing, but I love their lip products. I have not tried a single lip product from Unearthly that I didn't absolutely fall in love with. That being said, the last part of the Gothic Romance collection are these liquid lipsticks. There's the shade Cadaver. That one is like a gray. The shade Gravebound. This one is more like a chocolatey brown. A little bit cool tone. All of these lean more cool toned. This one is in Withered Kiss. A little bit more of like a mauvey brown. And then Still Heart, which is like a cool toned pinky nude. I may be describing those totally wrong because I'm just like looking at them in the vials. They may not look like that at all on the lips, but I think I'm gonna go in with Withered Kiss. This one is calling to me a bit. Immediately, this is like the moussey texture that I expect from Unearthly liquid lipsticks. I think I saw that these were matte ones, not their satin ones. I could be totally wrong and thinking of something else, because right now they're applying very similarly to the satin liquid lipsticks that I've tried. Right, that is Withered Kiss. Very nude, like very nude. Much more nude than I usually wear. So I think I want to mix it with a little bit of Gravebound, because this is more of a deeper cool brown. I'm gonna put that a little bit on the outer edges, almost like a lip liner. Okay, that's a bit more my speed. I always feel like I have lipstick on my teeth. I will say with these lighter shades, I wonder if Cadaver, let's swatch all of these. This one is Cadaver. Straight up gray. Straight up gray. And it's funny because I have another gray from them. It was from the Devour collection, I'm pretty sure. And I love that gray. It's much deeper than this one. This one is like a lighter gray. This one is Gravebound. This is the second one that we put on. Oh yeah. That is a pretty brown shade. I love that it's more cool toned. It has depth to it. Love that. This is Withered Kiss, the original one that we had on. Oh, see, that's so interesting. Because it looks deeper on my hand, but it looked quite pale on my lips. Color theory, man. Crazy. And this one is Still Heart. Super nude. Like a lilac nude. So out of these, I could for sure wear all of these. The gray would definitely need a lip liner, and Still Heart would definitely need a lip liner. I'm curious about this one. What was this one again? Withered Kiss. Withered Kiss looks like I could totally wear that on its own, and yet when I put it on, it looked so pale. So I'm curious to try that one again, and see if it really is that pale, or like if it's against this foundation. I don't know, because it did not look that deep when I put it on my lips. And then I just love that one. The combination of these two, yeah, that combination, that's what I have on my lips right now. I think they're so pretty. All right, that is the final look. I really, really like how everything turned out. I think that the eyes look amazing. I really wasn't expecting to love this palette as much. I don't know, it's a different format for them. I'm used to having like an even match of like mattes and shimmers, but this one I think just worked so well together. It's so cohesive. I think it looks gorgeous. I did not love the eyeliner. That Makeup Revolution eyeliner set has got to go. But I really like everything else that I used. The base, yeah, I think the base looks flawless, honestly. Everything looks perfectly blended. Everything's working together. I do really like how the concealer turned out, using a lot less product than I usually use. Not a lot less, but I did use less than I usually use. And I do think that it looks really nice. The highlight, of course, is stunning. I still can't stop staring at this blush. Like, that is so pretty. I could see myself wearing that one every single day. And the lip products are very comfortable. Yeah. Overall, I really, really love how everything from this collection, I really love all of the products here. I can see myself reaching for them a ton, which is great because, like I've said before, this is my journey of not buying things. I'm really trying to taper down my buying habits, and so it's really nice when everything works for me. I hate spending my money on a product and then I end up not liking it. It's just a waste of money. So it's really, really great when I love every single thing that I've used and I know that I'm going to get good use out of it. So that is the final look. Give me your thoughts in the comments. What do you think? Are you picking up this collection? Have you tried it? What are your thoughts? I really loved everything, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.